journalist, an internationalist, and a solidarity activist for Palestine. Since I was 18 years old, I learned that there was something wrong with this world. That the world that I've been educated in a colonial education system, has taught me so many lies. I was taught, for example, that the United States of America were the examples of liberty, of human rights, of success and abundance. And I also heard the same thing about Europe. I was taught to know the rivers in Europe and all the neighborhoods of New York, but I was never taught to learn the countries that were my neighbors in Latin America. Never taught to learn the history of Pakistan against colonialism, against British imperialism. And so when I was 18, I started to understand all of that. And now, 21 years later, I see a whole generation of millions and billions of people, because the Palestinian people woke so many people up, and now they're finally questioning, what is the world that we live in? I heard so many times all of you saying here today that you need a system change. And it's exactly what is this generation needs to do. That's exactly the historical calling that we have upon us right now. Because the same system that enables a genocide in Palestine, a genocide in Sudan, a genocide in Congo, is the same system that is promoting an ecocide in the Amazon forest, in all the biomes all around the world. The system which is led by US imperialism and Israeli Zionism. A horrible system that exploits our workforce, that oppresses people, and that destroys nature. In its way of working, this system needs to be defeated. And we need to build a new system instead of that. A system where people can really live in truth and happiness, where people can live in solidarity, where people can live in love. The Ummah that you're building here, that you're teaching the whole world how to live, is where we need to look for. That is the right path. The path where all people have the right to live free and equal. All people have the right to live in peace, where no children in the world needs to learn the sound of an F-35 fighter jet that will throw a 2,000-pound bomb over their homes. A world where no children needs to understand which type of drones is close to her. If it's a surveillance drone that maybe will not kill her today, or if it's a quadcopter drone that will kill her today. A world where no children needs to learn how to be a content creator, a social influencer, not to starve to death. A country where no children need to understand the physiological effect of hunger in their bodies. We need to build this world, but in order to build a world where no children need to go through that, we need to defeat the biggest enemies of our history. And the biggest enemies are right there, in a racist and supremacist ideology called Zionism that has been putting the Palestinian people through 8 decades of genocide and ethnic cleansing, that structured itself into an apartheid colonial state where people don't have an equal right depending on your ethnic group or your religion, where people cannot really live in peace. 21 years ago I understood what the Palestinian cause was, and now 21 years later I've been already arrested twice in their Israeli colonial dungeons, and I've been banned by them to go back to Palestine for 200 years. So they say, because the free people of the world, and the Pakistani people, people all around the world have been saying that we will not obey their colonial rules. So they said that we were banned for 200 years. And I say to them, in less than 200 days we will be back. And we will be back many times, as many as it's necessary, until Palestine is free. When they arrested the global Sumud flotilla, millions and millions of people around the world went to the streets. 4 million people in Italy made a general strike. Millions of people here all around Pakistan, in Karachi, in Lahore, in Islamabad, went to demonstrations because you know what is right now. They cannot lie to us anymore. This whole generation that understood what is capitalism, what is imperialist stage, will never fall for the lies again. So, in order to build this new world, we need to be able to question the very functioning of the system. Just like in Pakistan, I'm from Brazil. I will share with you the same colonial history. And